to Aleti's Devils Talk. Here's your host, Enrique Aletis.
What's up, guys? Quick recap here. Devils lose to the Washington Capitals after coming off of a pretty strong game at the outdoor series. So this game was I think it was just really disappointing on just on a bunch of levels in terms of offensively. I thought they came out strong, right? Offensively, I thought they had a pretty good game. They had their chances, they couldn't execute it, and that's always the tough part, right? Like even if you have chances, you need to be able to execute it, and they didn't. They had a lot of shots. I think the shot total was I think it was around 40 shots. They had a lot of shots on net, and credit to Lindgren and just the way that he played. He made a really good stop in the first period. I think it was when basically a feed in the slot area, he sticks his leg out. Really good save there. But overall, defensively, I thought that game was not a good one by the Devils, right? Especially coming off of that really solid game against Philly, the Kings, and just I guess overall since All-Star break, they defensively were playing really well, and I thought this game they kind of let the Capitals really get a good amount of scoring chances in that center slot area. And I mean, even dating to that first goal, right? Like that first goal, you can almost you can kind of look at it and think well, maybe Daws should have deflected that rebound to the corner or whatever. But see that that's a really difficult shot, I think, to stop, or the rebound to control, because he's going one direction, and the I don't know who the Capitals player was there, but he did his job correctly, and that was to shoot against the grain and to shoot in the opposite direction the goal is moving, because it is so hard to control your rebounds when you are kind of going in that opposite direction. And but then if you look in the after that rebound, after the shot, Brendan Smith didn't pick it up, right? The defense, I think Luke Hughes was on that side, and he was on the other side there, so I don't think he could really reach it. But he couldn't. The defense couldn't clear it out, right? And then you look at that. I think it was the third goal, another slot area chance. I just think in front of the net, the Devils were not at all good. I think they gave up too many really open chances in front. And that's what kind of contributed a lot to them just letting goals in. They outshot them. I thought they kind of outchanced them. They won more faceoffs. They still couldn't get the power play going. I think that was they had a good power play, but they have to execute on that. So that's kind of a negative there in terms of just being able to execute. Meanwhile, the Capitals were able to get a goal on their only power play. And, that was only had one penalty the entire game. It was again, you look at that game and it's not like the Devils played terribly. I think just the third period, they made those mistakes, and maybe by the end of that, or by the fourth goal, it kind of was, I don't know, it was kind of out of reach by that point. But I still feel like majority of this game, they played pretty solid offensively, for the most part, right? Again, except executing, which is the bottom line, and I'm definitely not making excuses for them there. But I just think also, they have to score, and these games, these points are so important. And it was a bit of disappointing that they weren't able to kind of get away with a win here. Siegenthaler was back. I don't know. I thought he looked decent. I don't know if he was a big difference maker. Definitely hope Marino gets back in the lineup soon. But overall, I thought, it was just, we had a, really good aspect of our game with the offense, but also a really bad aspect of the game in defense. And in net, I thought Nico was still solid. I don't really put a whole lot of blame on him in this game. It doesn't look good on the score sheet to have 6 goals, but if you really watch the game, I don't think this was necessarily his fault. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I don't know. I mean, which goal are you going to look at and say that was his fault? Even the Ovechkin goal off the faceoff, he was really screened well on that one. Maybe he went down a little too early, was kind of waiting in the butterfly too long or too early. But still, it's that's how goalies play that shot these days. So it's one of those where you take away the bottom of the net on a scramble situation. That's Ovechkin, right? That's Ovechkin. He's going to shoot the puck like he does. So I just didn't think he got a lot of help in front of the net. I think the defense did not play well. I think they have to clean up that aspect of the game. But what makes me feel better is the fact that since the All-Star break, again, this has been more of a once-in-a-while thing. And granted, we haven't played that many games after the All-Star break, but we've played enough where I thought they've showed enough since the All-Star break that they can consistently play solid D in front of the net, and this game they just didn't do it. And when you get a team like the Capitals, that is not a good way to go about it. So, tough loss there. Capitals win the season series 3-1 throughout the season there. I don't know if they have any other games against the Capitals, but we'll see. These points were really important, and to come away with nothing after a huge game against the Flyers in the Stadium Series is a little disappointing. But this is one where you definitely have to just move on because you got the Rangers coming up next on Thursday. So, disappointing, but you just kind of scrap this game, move on, clean up what you need to. But overall, tough way to lose, especially getting as many shots as they did. Just got to find a way to finish. If we go too many games with more than 30 shots and 35 shots, we have like 39 total, and only get 2 goals. That's a tough thing, tough way to get wins. I mean, I'm happy that they are putting the puck on net more. I said that in my other video where I wish they would shoot the puck more, and they did. And again, you got to give credit to the Capitals goalie. Lindgren played really well. Got to give credit to the defense of the Capitals. They didn't give the Devils too many odd man rushes. I think a lot of our shots were, like shots that Lindgren was able to see for the most part. But we did have good chances. And again, like I'm not saying the Devils, I do want them to shoot more, and that is, I think, a positive that they did shoot more. So, I'm not kind of knocking them for not having any odd man rushes or not creating those extra opportunities. I actually like the fact that we have more shots, but I, would hope that they can kind of execute more and maybe get a little more traffic in front. And and also with Jack, like there was that 1 2-on-1 play where he passed, I think, to Toffoli. I would have liked him to shoot the puck. Jack's got a really great shot. I would want him to shoot that puck. So, but I think he'll get it going, especially with the Rangers coming up. They always play well against the Rangers, so that'll be fun to watch. But yeah, tough loss. Whatever, move on, and look forward to the game against the Rangers.